Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tyann Krumpa. If you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know that you guys are probably all experiencing and feeling the shift. And some of us that are empaths and healers and light workers are feeling ascension symptoms. And one of them is feeling drained, tired, confused, in need of clarity, etc. And that's just naming just a few of the symptoms. I will be posting later on in the group, The Gifted, how to navigate through that and how you can better counteract it. Matter of fact, there is some information that is already there, but I will go into further detail with a little mini video later. All right, shout out to my moderators. Thank you so much for keeping up with my comments, because you guys, as much as I would like to respond to every single person on the channel that shows me love and support, it is humanly impossible. So I thank my moderators for being on top of it, and it is very appreciated because, like I said, I'm under some heavy time constraints. I'm even a little bit behind on getting my Oracle deck, 9 Ether Higher Realms, out because I have had so many irons and so many fires that now my angels are demanding that I declutter and to get reorganized, which is what I took the time out to do for the last couple of days, since I have not uploaded a video within a couple of days. So with that being said, here I am, and I am available. I am taking personal readings. I am caught up on all of my personal readings and my workings. I have finally got a chance to complete those couple of days. You guys, when I say that I'm taking a break to rest, trust me, I wish I could rest. I usually take out that time to finish up work that I have not got a chance to do. Like, it consists of me doing my readings. It consists of me doing my shamanic healings for other people. And so yesterday, that's what I did. So I really don't get a chance to have a break per se, but it gives me a chance to not have to focus on getting a video out to you and being able to service my clients that I currently have. So without further ado, I wanted to talk to you about you. Y-O-U. Not your twin flame, not the shit that they're going through, not what they're going through with Miss or Mr. Karmic thing, but you and your healing, because this is what the eclipse is all about. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you. My student, I posted a video of his last night on the community post, and it was a really good eye-opener, even for myself. Sometimes we can get overly obsessed with what our divine counterpart or what our soulmate or what our lover is doing, that it distracts us from what we're supposed to be doing. And so today, this reading is all about you. I cannot emphasize, I cannot stress it enough. I have had some friends from the higher realm show up on this reading, and you will meet them. They will be able to help you traverse these waters, these deep, murky waters that you've been experiencing and you've been navigating through for the last, I would say, year. Because for some of you, I feel like you guys have even been going through it even beyond a year. But I think that things have just gotten real for a lot of you within the last 12 months. And so this is a reading that is going to be a reading that is specifically tailored to help you and to give you a higher perspective, and just to let you know that the world is your oyster. This is not a rehearsal, you guys. You only get one body. You only get one shot of life. So might as well make it what you can make it and make the best of it. So let's go ahead and call in some help. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-Heh Vah-Heh, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future, in all dimensions, subdimensions, and all universes, parallel universes. I call upon your higher self, your angels, and your guides, and so it is. All right, so before I begin, let me clear my energy and the energy of the cards with the Kit Karma Ass Spray, which is very popular. And if you are needing to cleanse and clear your energy or take a spiritual bath, I highly recommend that. I took a bath with that today, and you guys, let me tell you, it awakened my senses, my awareness. I feel so light. Oh my God, for the last week I've been feeling so heavy, but I feel like a feather. Yes, I do, and it's amazing. All right, so crowning your reading, you have Cthulhu, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. I feel like there has been a lot of confusion in your life, and some of it has been self-imposed. I feel like the Creator have been very concise and clear about your direction, your path, where you're heading. And I think because of not having the attachment to a particular situation or person, it has threw you off. Because this person is all up in your vibration. And it is time for you to cut into clear, because I feel like for a lot of you and a majority of you that are chiming in on this reading, your person needs to get their shift together, literally, okay? It is causing for you to be delayed in where you need to be spiritually, because you keep on looking back like Lot's wife, okay? You keep looking back, reminiscing on the past, trying to reinvent the wheel in a relationship that is broke on, and you can't reinvent that wheel. That wheel is null and void. Source is moving you to higher grounds. So trust your own wisdom, because you are cloaked with it. You have already been through your rites of passage. Okay? Now it's time for them to enter into their rites of passage. And we cannot do this work for them. Now, although I do offer shamanic healings that does include your twin flame, ultimately, when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, they have to do the work for them. But let me tell you, I have super accelerated my twin in a lot of ways spiritually by working on myself and doing the work that I'm doing. My shadow work, my inner work has truly significantly helped him, like in so many ways. So it's about taking your power back and redirecting and refocusing it on the number one person that is the most important person in the world, or at least should be, and that is self. No one's going to love you. No one's going to care about you. And no one's going to treat you with the utmost respect more than what you will. And so you get a chance to set the tone on how to teach other people how to treat you. Next, you have Gaia, nurturing. Right now, it's time for you to nurture you, to bring back healing into your space. Not always sending and directing love and light and energy to your twin or your soulmate or, your love interest. It's all about pouring back into self, going out into nature. There are so many different elements that you can play with when you go out in nature. You could do it with fire. You could have a bonfire. Okay? You can walk in the woods. You can walk in the grass barefooted. You can go to the beach and be able to get some of the kinetic energy that's coming off of the water and store it in your solar plexus. These are things that I teach my students how to do in my gifted school. There's so many tools. The source energy in nature, Mother Gaia, have given us for self-healing. Why aren't you using it? You see, you can go outside. You can do meditation, okay? Have a picnic with just you, yourself, and nature. Put a blanket out. Bring some organic fruit or some, super foods with you to snack on. And just clear your mind and meditate. Close your eyes and just take a deep breath of fresh air. Get some of that prana, okay? A lot of us here in the United States and in the West, we do not take deep breaths. And so therefore we do not live as long as most people that live in India that practice prana and deep breaths and breathing and just going really deep, like taking a deep breath, like, and then blowing out. We are supposed to do that at least for 15 minutes every single day. And believe it or not, just by taking deep breaths, you can become very, how can I say this? You can build up vigor and strength within your inner person. And there are people that are called breatharians that do not eat, but they only survive and live off of fresh air and deep breaths, and they're called breatharians, and they live to be upwards to 100 years of age and beyond. So it is possible to add life by the breath. Another thing that you can do, a lot of people like to go fishing and camping. This is the perfect time. This is the summer months to go to a place. If you don't have weather that permits it, travel and, go camping and go fishing and, get out in nature and just be a part and one with the earth. Now, for some people that, I'm just giving a recommendation. I don't want anyone to give me flack because I said go fishing, because there are people that eat fish. Okay. Even Jesus ate fish. And as far as I've checked, Jesus was part of our creation and he was one of our creators. So therefore, I don't think that there's anything that is cruelly or entirely wrong with it. If Jesus ate fish, that's what they're for. Anyway, take what resonates, but it's about being at one-ment with nature, because Gaia is our mother. Gaia is here to heal us. All right. Now, I know that there will be many of you that may not like this video because most people don't want to hear about how to heal. Most people want to hear about the problem. Okay. But they don't want to hear about the solution. This video is about the solution. Okay. You can revel in your problem all day long, but it will not take it away. It will still be there to bite you. I want to tell you that with the eclipse energies that are coming in, I do feel strongly, and I have been told by the spiritual realm, that these third-party karmic relationships and connections are now breaking. Because remember, these are things that no longer serve you. These are outdated contracts, vows, and oaths that are no longer valid. Most of you have already and are ascending. Okay? And no, you're not waiting on the other person. Remember, what you do for what you want for others, it starts with you, right? And what you do for yourself, you do for others. Next, you have, speaking about ascension, you have Horus. You have the cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. I feel like there's a lot that's going on that is, behind the scenes in the cosmos and in the spiritual realm that you're not even aware of. Okay. I feel like your highest good is coming in for you now, and you may not even be aware of what is in divine order for you. And some of you are very intuitive. I feel like you have been picking up a little bit of anxiety because you know what's coming in, but you don't have like that 100% bona fide, beyond a shadow of a doubt confirmation, right? But you feel something. You sense it. You sense it right in your gut where your solar plexus is, because your angels are sending those signals to you to let you know that something is about to come in for you. So you're right at the cosmic gateway. You're standing at the door of your blessings. It's no more of you standing outside in the hallway praising and shouting and rejoicing, or some of you have been crying and lamenting and complaining, right? But you're right at this door because you already know that you have done your inner work. You already know that there is no more lessons, right? Because your lessons, you have now used them, and they have been they have positioned you and catapulted you to a position to where now you're waiting for your rewards. You're waiting for your blessings to come in. So you're right at the door of your blessings, right? Because right now you are about to see that the world truly is your oyster, and everything that you have been through has prepared you for where you are now. Next, you have the green man synergy. Again, it's about eternalizing, and it's about using this energy for your highest good. It's about appreciating where you are in the grand scheme of things. And it's like those little idiosyncrasies to your ego, not really pushing the ego entirely out, but just thanking the ego for this, for its ability to observe. But then working more from your heart space and your heart chakra, and doing things more in the vibration of love and being in the being of love, because you realize that when you stay in this vibration, you can't keep love from you. And I feel like for many of you, love is about to return. Whether it's going to be a new love that's coming in for you, which I feel like some of you want that. But then I feel like there's a strong majority of you who want this old love. You've been manifesting or trying to manifest this love. And I feel like it's right at the cosmic door. You just haven't seen the reality of it yet. And so I really feel and I sense strongly the source is telling everyone that is chiming in on this video, focus on yourself. Don't worry about what is coming in. Just know that whatever it is that you're manifesting, whether it's a new love or whether it's an old love, that you're going to be 100% happy regardless of how things turn out. And I believe that we have been so heavily asphyxiated on the outcome that we lost sight of the journey along the way, which is where all the blessings are, right? Because this is where we learn our lessons. This is where we gain our clarity. This is when we actually get a chance to shed that old skin and let those things fall off that no longer serve us. Because whether we like it or not, this is what the equinox is going to do for us anyway. It is going to force us to change. It's about change. And that is the reason why you have the synergy card. Be in the natural ebb and flow of what's taking place in your life, and things will go a lot smoother. If you put up resistance, it's only going to prolong your situation, and it's only going to prolong your twin or your soulmate from coming in. Next, we have the Shekinah, sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Again, it's about being in the natural ebb and flow of life. I cannot stress this enough. And this is like a confirmation backed off of what I just said. You have Shekinah that's coming here that's ascended as the Holy Spirit or your higher self. I feel like a lot of you are now entering into a union with your higher self, more so than wanting this 3D union with your divine counterpart. You're now starting to see the importance of being spiritually connected, because once you're spiritually connected, you're always tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. There is nothing that cannot come into this manifestation of this physical realm of existence when you are connected with source. And I believe Shekinah is coming here to let you know that you are very sacred. You are a sacred person. You are a self-healing organism. You can go through anything. And I posted that today in a community post. There is nothing too big. There is nothing too small that you can't handle. You are both the observer and the creator of your own reality. So what you think about, you bring about. It's time for you to start infusing good higher thoughts into your brain. So that way you can see the manifestations of it on the without. So within, so without. If there's chaos that's going on internally within the inside of you, that's going to show up in the form of relationships on the outside. And I know that for some of you, you currently already know this, and I'm just preaching to the choir. But for those of you that don't, that is the crux of the whole situation. What you think about, whether it's negative, whether it's positive, is going to bring those same effects into your physical existence. And when we have relationship problems or issues, don't be so quick to just point the finger at the other person. Because remember, there will be no outer conflict if there's no inner conflict. And so Shekinah is here to help to shine a light on the subject and to help you to realize that you need to connect with your higher self. And for those of you that are already connected with your higher self, you need to be able to stay in those higher realms, in that connection with your higher self, because I feel like something is about to come in for you and you're about to receive a message from your higher self that's going to help you with this particular situation that you're connected to. It's going to be something that you've been, like an answer that you've been looking for, that you're not going to get nowhere outside, but it's going to come from within. And you have to still your mind, right, in order for you to be able to get those answers. So go into meditation and get in tune with the infinite and your higher self. Okay, here we go. We got mountain strength. This situation has been a mountain-like problem for you. Okay. But just as a mountain stands tall and erect and it faces the sky. You too are to be that way towards this particular person and towards this particular situation. This situation and this particular person has gotten enough of your attention. You have given and given and given in this particular situation and have not received your just dues. And so source energy is telling you to turn away from that. It's okay. You've done your part. Allow for your spiritual team to go gather what is yours. You're no longer at this point of weeping for this harvest. Your harvest is here now, which is represented again by the Cosmic Gateway card. You don't have to do anything anymore. You don't have to continue to try to manifest, right? You are at this point where you're calling in and not chasing. So the key word that your ancestors and your guides and your way shores want you to focus on is to be more of a manifester than a chaser. So you need to call in by holding the frequency, holding the desire, and letting go. Because you're strong like that mountain. You don't call for people to climb you. But those that are chosen and those that are called towards you to climb your mountain will. And that's metaphorically speaking. Next, you have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So the reason why this particular situation has presented itself in your life is because there was an important lesson in it for you. Take what resonates. But if you learned a lesson, that's when your blessings will start to take shape and form and come into your sphere of existence, and you'll be able to see exactly why all of this had to happen. I feel like for a lot of you, divine ordering, instead of it being a blessing for you, I think it's been a curse. At least you view it that way. I feel like some of you have been praying and you feel like some of your prayers have been unanswered. But let me affirm and let me reassure you, every prayer is answered. Whether it's a yes or a no, that's an answer. It may not be exactly what we want, and it may not even be a permanent no. It may be no for now. But for whatever reason, all of you that are listening to this reading, I feel like God is saying yes. God is saying yes because you have put in the work. A lot of you are feeling spiritually drained, exhausted mentally, physically, and emotionally. And oh, don't even let me go for spiritually. That's a given, right? Because what happens in the spiritual realm happens there first before it manifests in the physical. Nothing that you see in the physical realm or world exists without the formation of the thought and the collective consciousness in the spiritual realm. Before your house was constructed, it was a thought in the architect's mind before he laid down the blueprint. And source energy is that architect. And you are the architect of your life. You are calling things into existence as if they already are. And if you haven't, you should. Because that is just how powerful your mind is. Source energy is wanting you to take a break, a retreat away from this union and the manifestation of it and start pouring back into your own souls. You see, I feel like a lot of you are walking around with holes in your souls and don't even know it because you're so focused on the hole that's in your heart. If you really truly want healing, work on your spiritual self. Do the spiritual work, and you will be amazed at how your physical life will turn around. Next, you have ceremony, and this is a perfect way to end it. Thank you, angels. This is the perfect card. I feel like this is the time for you to start doing some invocations. Start invoking what you want. If you want money, do some money rituals. Let me read more about what this book says on the ceremony, because this is a new deck, and I am being led to read exactly what you need to do as far as ceremony. I feel like it's something that will come natural for you. And then there's a lot of things that you can look up on Google as well. But without further ado, let me go ahead and get into what they mean by the ceremony. Hold on one second. I don't know if I got the right book. I think I do. Yeah, I do. All right. See something. No, I don't. Didn't have the right book. Sorry, you guys. I got two different decks here. This is a perfect time, too, to use the energies that is still here from the eclipse. Yes, they are still here. This is the reason why some of us are still feeling down, and, you know, depressed. We only feel down and depressed, you guys, when we are out of alignment. So that's the number one cue to get in alignment. And I do Archangel Michael Attunements for those of you that want to be in alignment. It does clear and cleanses your chakra system, and it does bring you into alignment with your manifestations and what you want. You can look in the description box and it will give you further details on how that is done. But it says, whether through indifferences, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you have drifted from the intimacy of spirit for which you yearn. It is important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power. Wow, it's amazing how I'm so in sync with these things, because I just got to this page, and what did I just say? Anyhow, is contained within you and all around you. So do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit, but also material objects you consider sacred. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from your usual living space. Start with representation of your major elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And then add just a few sacred objects. So, all right, people, it's time for you to get you an altar. Now, I don't know what they talking about. I have 5 altars in my room. Okay, 5. So it don't bother me. I have altars all around my house, by the way. So it don't bother me that my altars are in my room, because I invite every deity and every god that is here and goddess that's here. So I don't feel like I'm separate from them. So it doesn't affect me. The energy doesn't affect me. But it does affect some people. Some people, like, you know, I've had a really close friend come, and they came in my room and they were like, oh my God, it feels like the Hindu temple in here, because they go to the temple with me. And they were like, we don't understand how you can have these deities like in the room with you, because they are me and I am them. I don't feel like I'm separate. And so therefore I imbibe their energy, and I am able to acclimate to it, and it doesn't bother me. Okay. So if you're a very sensitive person, very empathic, you could set up an altar in your living room or a space that's not in your room like me, but it doesn't bother me. But whatever's convenient for you. But I would recommend it, if you don't have an altar, to set up one, because it's time for you to get back into connection with source. Once you find you, okay, your twin will also find themselves. I hope that this benefited you. I hope this reading was able to help to uplift you for those of you that need this healing, for those of you that are willing to do this work. Because if you're on this journey and you don't do the work, you'll remain stuck. You have to do spiritual work. And that's one of the reasons why I have the Gifted. The School of the Gifted helps my students to do their work. And I just posted a video of one of my students who have been my students for 2 months now. And he is amazing at his readings, and he is so spot on. As a matter of fact, he is more spot on my reading than this renowned psychic that I went to, and I paid $250 for just a 60-minute reading with him. He gave me so many specifics, so many details, and it was just amazing. All right, you guys. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift through my wish list through Amazon, and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.